Liberia, arise and take your place. Whatever the locals are meeting, arise and take your place. The flag of Liberia is flying on. It's flying all the time. Showing allegiance, showing loyalty to this nation. Liberia, in union, success and love. It's flying all the time. Showing loyalty to this nation. Liberia, in union, success and love. In unity, we will build our nation. In unity, Liberia, we prophesy long life. We prophesy prosperity. We prophesy peace in this nation. I pledge allegiance to the flag of Liberia and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Sports Talk. My name is Ben Garba. I'm here with you, not least until 8:30. As always, I've got a partner. My partner tonight is Trojan Kia Zulu. If you like, he may call you the Rio Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Let's say welcome, the Rio Ronaldo.
Certainly. And you know what we did on Unification Day for the PUL.
You never had to go. Yeah.
So we lifted a trophy. Yes, on We're very sorry we weren't here on Wednesday. Very, very sorry due to some technical glitch. So that we wanted to tell you about what we did on Tuesday.
And what you can do it.
Yeah. So, yeah, we beat a couple of teams to lift a trophy for the Press Union of Liberia. So, another trophy in the bank. So, congratulations to the Pen Puchers. Yeah, sure. But it's happy being here. We have a loaded platform today. And of course, you wouldn't want to miss a beat.
Yeah, you don't want to. So if you can follow the program on Facebook. Just click on Intel Sports. If you've been following up before, you will see the live notification. And then you can follow the platform. They're all black. Today's Black Day. It's not for the first time we've been black before. So you can also follow on YouTube, and you can have your say. Tell us, as always, where you're following us from. You can leave your comment on the live feed. We're going to respond to that. But as Trojan put it, it's a loaded platform. We get a couple of international matches coming up. I'm not talking about the men's category, but instead the female category. We get female football, U17 football. We get female U20 football program also coming up. Firstly, the U17, they played the return leg for the World Championship under 17 on Sunday at the SKD. They played in Senegal the first leg, and they lost by 3-1. But the judges Mandela and his communication officer from the LFA, Sam Puntia Jado, who traveled with the team to Senegal, will be our guests in the first segment of the program, where we talk about the prospects of the U17 side. We'll reflect on that 3-1 defeat. We will assess the performance of the team and what do they think they can do to turn that scoreline around, because when they win at home by 2-0, they are going to go through to the next round of the competition. Away from that, we'll recap some of the scores for you in the ongoing Monserrado Association League. Obviously, yesterday, big result for Downtown FC. They won the first leg of their last round, that's their last round of 8, the quarterfinal, by 3-0, and they have the second leg, I think, on Monday. And obviously, you can say they are true to the National Television playoffs, which is going to be played somewhere there in Nima County. It starts on the 12th of next month, and it ends on the 30th.
Somebody's already qualified?
Yeah, because when you reach the last four teams are going to qualify for Monserrado for the playoffs. So when you reach the last 4, you join the other teams from across the country, different territories.
We are at that level now?
Yeah, because they won 3-0. So like the possibility they are going to hold
Downtown.
on to not lose. Yeah, by 4 goals.
But they were there before. They're one of the best third division sides.
They play in the playoff before last. They play in Buchanan. They missed out in the reach the quarterfinal stage whatsoever. But it's always an opportunity to make amends of the performance. They've been struggling to come to second division for a very long period of time. So good result for them. They won by 3-0. And we're also going to be in Europe, because we know that a group of young Liberians, are in Turkey to play football. Okay, they come from the foundation. Hopefully, we're going to have Mr. Kaseko to talk about their trip to Turkey and what's the prospects, what's the reason for which the trip was held. So we're going to be grateful if he comes on air to talk to us, even though he tells us he has a very talented tertiary. But between time, he found a few minutes or so to talk to us about that trip first end. So we're also going to talk the Mobile Challenge Cup. Second round of matches is on tomorrow. 4 venues are in action. Commercial manager, what do you call her?
Abigail Nufetali.
Okay, she's going to just have some time on that. And then, obviously, there was a FIFA Congress. The 74th Congress in Bangkok, attended by a group of 3 from the Liberia Football Association representing the LFA. So you had the president, Mustafa Raji, and he was ably assisted by his acting Secretary General, Mohammed Sharif. And then along with them was Sylvanus Morris, president of Global Farmer Federation, sir. Did you follow the Congress?
Well, I got tidbits from Congress. One of the highlights, let me just see if I can pull it out right here quickly. But I did get some tidbits from the Congress that was held at one of the, let me just give you some briefs from the Congress, okay? So the Congress was held. So yeah, some brief happenings that took place. So the first thing was there was a football match play to open the Congress. Old timers, you know, FIFA is thinking about bringing on the Legends World Cup, something like that, so that even in your old age, you can still continue to play. I wish they could bring it sooner so that Liberia, if our younger folks do not qualify,
so we can have a history.
Yeah, so maybe our older guys who have already retired can still go and qualify for that. But that competition was played. It was on May 16 at the Bangkok Sports Complex. UEFA, of course, was led by Luis Figo. They took second place, and CONMEBOL, meaning the South
Central.
Yeah, CONMEBOL. They won. I mean, they came third in the competition, of course. So there were a couple of things. FIFA, of course, has introduced the Legends World Cup. They're trying to introduce the Legends World Cup, like we said. So that's according to Gianni Infantino, the FIFA president. And then the Congress approved the budget for 2025 in the tune of first they approved the annual reports and financial statements.
Yeah.
All right. There was votes to approve it, 206 yes, and or you want to say yeses?
Yeah, 206 yeses.
Okay. That's 206 yeses and 4 no's.
Okay.
All right. So 4 objected, 206 of the members accepted. Overwhelmingly. And then Congress also approved the budget for 2025, and the budget is in the tune of $1,432,000,000.
So that's almost 1.5 billion.
Yes.
Approved for 2025.
So all of the members gave their nod, meaning they approved the budget.
Including
Everyone.
Liberia nodded.
Yeah, including Liberia. Liberia nodded for it. Of course, Congress also voted in favor of amendments of 8 counts of its statutes by FIFA Council with votes of 202 yeses and 4 no's. Of course, the Palestine Football Association
raised a case.
And of course, they proposed the suspension of Israel. The Israeli Football Association for what they are calling crimes against Palestinians. Well, after debate by both the federations, FIFA's president stated that the decision is within the purview of FIFA Council. Therefore, the Council will elaborate on that in their next meeting. And then finally, the Congress voted in favor of Brazil to host the Women's World Cup in 2027. There were 2 bids, one from Belgium, Germany, and Holland, while the other was from Brazil. So Brazil had a total vote of 119, while Belgium, Netherlands, and Germany had a total vote of 78. They wanted to have a combined women's tournament, but of course Brazil won it, so Brazil will be hosting the 2027 Women's World Cup. So those were some highlights from
that's absolutely magnificent. I mean, the Congress lasted for over 5-6 hours or so. And in truth, if Trojan can summarize it in just around about 2 minutes, that's extraordinary. And if I got Gianni Infantino correct, he did say that this FIFA World Cup in Brazil will be the best ever. Now, don't forget, just a while ago, last year, they had one of the best female World Cup in
So
Australia.
let's see how is this going to be the
It's
best.
just going to be better.
So just keep improving us.
Better. So we just hope with all that, our football programs can improve as well. Of 1,430 some more million. I think Liberia has got to get a share, and that would be FIFA Forward 4.0, because we have produced 1.0, 2.0. We are currently in FIFA Forward 3.0. Any other funds coming next year to the LFA will be FIFA Forward 4.0. So we just hope that our football continues to improve. And that improvement comes just around, the time we are playing active women football, U17 and U20. So we'll talk about the U17 extensively with their coach, the Judges Mandoba, who has an uphill task on hand on Sunday at the SKD. But let's firstly reflect on why our girls, U20 level, coached by Famata Day, are going to do in Senegal, where there is a tournament, there's a West African Zone A. Let's firstly look at the fixtures, okay, on your screen. So the tournament starts on the 20th of this month. It's going to last for 11 days, and Liberia not in action until on the 21st. They are in Group A, and their first game will be at 16 hours GMT against Guinea. Okay, and our second game will be coming up 2 days after that on the 23rd. It will be a fixture, a familiar one, against Sierra Leone. And then we're going to end the group stage.
Know each other first.
Yeah. And then we're going to end the group stage with a fixture on the 25th against Mauritania. So that's our schedule. Our female team leaves tomorrow. I left the entire team there at the, how do you call it? The Liberia Football Association. I saw great players there. Jackie Capard, what's the guy name? Miss Capard, the central defender. I saw Anita Tappe. I saw Edward Lynn Jackson, top goal scorer last season. She was also there. I saw goalkeeper Pratt. The Shakhtar goalkeeper, one of the best goalkeepers, like the most clean sheets in the country. She was also there. So the team leaves tomorrow, okay, for the competition, which is on the 20th. But talking about competition, we have the U17 team playing on Sunday, and they are going to be up against their Senegalese counterpart. At this stage, we will try to get with two persons. Firstly, Sam Pontia Jedo, media officer, will travel with the Liberia U17 team, and Sekou the Judges Mandoba. So if they are on, they can come.
We should also be talking with Elijah Pine. Maybe the guys can send Elijah the link, the West African tournament.
He should have it.
Yes, so Elijah, we should be talking to him briefly because the competition ended today. Okay. So Elijah should be coming for just a couple of minutes to talk with us. We also should be talking with, so maybe we can just hold our guys, and so we maybe talk with Kassel Kuo.
Kassel Kuo is ready?
Yes, we got to just...
Okay. Already have Sam put here.
Okay, Sam is on, so let's start up with Sam, and then we'll join Kassel in a jiffy.
Sam, let's say pleasant welcome. Tell us, where do you join us from?
So I want to say good evening to everyone, and I want to say thanks to you guys. And I'm currently on the camp of the U17, and as you may be aware, they just climaxed their training for today, and they had a 2-session morning, and then this evening they train, and they will be training on tomorrow morning, and then end to tomorrow evening. I'm currently at the Josh Weah Technical Center, where the team is currently basing.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Is there any news of changing personnel because of injury? How is the squad? What's the health of the squad?
Well,
Before you proceed, Cassell, Core is on now. I think he's just called us, so maybe we can just have Mr. Cassell Core.
Sorry for interrupting.
Sorry, Sam,
but I know you want to follow the conversation to
Mr. Core, good evening and welcome to Sports Talk here on NTL Sports.
Thank you very much, Trojan, and thank you, the listening audience.
Okay, we sure hope you are in good health and good spirits.
Oh, definitely. It's a great thing to be a free man and to be back in your nation and to be involved in what you really love. So, indeed, I'm in good spirits.
Okay, so we called you specifically to talk about your foundation, the Cassell Foundation Academy, of course, that has left the country participating in a youth competition in Antalya, Turkey. You played your first game and won 2-0. I understand after I spoke with Coach Matthew that you will be playing tonight by 9 o'clock. Tell us, the rationale behind the kids going to Turkey, and what do you hope to get from that trip?
It's just all about growth and development of football in our country and granting opportunity to whom it due. I believe that the youth in this nation, if we must elevate in the football in this country, if we must elevate, we definitely have to focus on grassroots and youth development so that we can get a better senior team in time to come. Without these initiatives, we are not going to compete in the higher level. People need to get out there and compete with other vast, very great teams. So understand why we are there in the first place. So it's all about growth. It's all about development. It's all about soliciting the effort and the progress of what we love, the passion we have. It's all about speaking what you love, putting it into existence. That's all.
All right, so the boys are there, and of course they won their first game. Let's look at prospects of some of them. Being scouted. Is that part of the plan? Probably if one or two of them are scouted.
The good news is we just from our first game, we already have two of our players scouted already. We already have our player Gus, whose father happened to be one of a stakeholder from a team in Greenville. I just can't place mine and
Augustine Blythe.
I can place his name.
Augustine Blythe.
Yeah, Gus was one of the players that was immediately scouted. And we have another player by the name of Sa. I don't know his full name. He also was scouted today. So, I spoke directly to the agent. And they show serious interest in those two players. So, and we still got other games to play. We're still playing. So, hopefully, maybe by the time we are ready to come back home, we get talk with agents for 3-4 players. That is at least that's what we want for Liberian players. That's what we want for the youth. We want them to go somewhere that the infrastructure is better than Liberia. Somewhere that the tactics, the techniques, and the training, the setup is far better than Liberia, so that we will be able to have a very good player coming back to the country whenever we need them for national duty.
So we've seen this year with the kids going. Is it going to be an annual thing to take them to Antalya or to other parts of probably the world to participate in these kinds of competitions?
We are not looking at annual thing. We are looking at once we have the availability and we see it necessary, we are going to do it. That's what the Core Foundation Academy is for. That's what Mr. Cassell Core himself is about. We believe in what we have to do to make things better. We believe in progress, the betterment of whatever we put our hands in. We love to see it grow. We love to see it being first to none. So at the end of the day, we are not just looking at annual thing. If we have to travel 2-3 times a year, we are going to travel 2-3 times a year because we believe this is the method we have to practice so as to be the best, so as to be better.
Before your team left, there was rumors that the FA did not cooperate with you. Could you just provide clarity if you got all of the necessary cooperation from the football house?
Listen, it is disheartening that people politicize everything. Even when you are doing something of progress for the entire Liberia, somebody will politicize it. We communicated with the FA. The FA honor our communication by evidence of writing the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to issue our boys' passport. Why would the FA ask to issue our boys' passport for? To go to Bikano or to go to Lofa County? The FA asked to issue them passports so as to go to Turkey to honor the invitation that was given to us to participate in the Atalia Youth World Cup. That's what the invitation, the letter to the foreign ministry for. So people coming online saying, "Oh, the FA did not give permission," it just baffles me because it makes me to ask a question. So if the FA don't give permission, so we will suppress the process. We will say no, this case are not going, and the FA did give permission. By virtue of the fact that they asked the foreign ministry to issue us passport. So the FA was cooperative in the process. We must applaud them for that. They did what they're supposed to do.
Okay, sir, I know you're busy, so we need to let you go, but everyone is applauding you for this initiative. Do you look forward to probably recruiting more kids so that they could be given the opportunity if it came by?
Definitely, we look forward to that. That's why we have a plan. We have a plan project. We just our senior team, for the senior team, I just hired a white coach, Ivan Maranet. Ivan Maranet will be in the first week of June to start his preseason with soon to be FC Facel, who is now FC Calon. We are going to get the change of name soon, and he's coming with his trainer, and we are about to start something. We want to change the flow of things in Liberia. We bringing this coach in, and we trying to get players out. Before, Mr. Kaseko was doing football and maybe for entertainment or for publicity or for some kind of, I don't know how to term it. But right now I'm into football for business and also for entertainment. We're going to enjoy ourselves. We're also going to make money with it because we're going to get players marketed. That's some of the agreement we have with our coach. He has a connection to get 2 or 3 players out every season. So we're going to get player marketed, and we're going to get the Liberian player promoted the best way possible. That's why we are here.
All right. Thank you, sir, for taking up time from your busy schedule to share your thoughts on this program this evening on Intel Sports.
You're welcome. Thank you very much.
All right.
Well, thank you so much, Trojan. And Kasset Cole, President Kalona FC Liberia. You heard from him, soon to be FC Facel. We know Facel.
Yeah, so Kalon FC, there will be a name change.
Soon to be
FC Facel.
Okay. Former champions of the 2nd division, play in the CAF Confederations Cup representing Liberia before they were relegated to 2nd division, then 3rd division, telling the low. The CEO is back. He's promised the team to come back strong with a white coach as well. You're viewing Intel Sports, a group of professional presenters, especially the Trojan, you can go and get Kaseko. All the talks in the background, those small chat rooms. And we come on the big platform and we'll bring Kaseko and say, come on, we're going to promote the project. That's what they call professionalism. Even with all our differences, we still be professional. That makes you a man. Trojan, I have to say, congratulations. This was a very big interview. I admire that step of you. Thank you so much. So let's go back. We still have Semford Jado on the line. I think from the Joshua Technical Center, we can reestablish contact with him. And we have more people coming up. That's Ernest
Wallow, chairman of the Zebullion All-Stars tournament. It kicked off today. And so
that's not Ernest. That's our own boy, Elijah Pine.
Oh. Okay. Again, Pontia is going to play the waiting game because all of these guys just have few minutes. So
we'll just give them another few minutes. We'll let it go. But Pontia will wait. Just hold on. Keep it on the screen. Don't need to go. Just mute his microphone. Firstly, Elijah Pine, where are you joining us from?
Yeah, thank you. I'm joining you currently from Mike Gibby County, Marshall to be precise, where I have come to cover the West Africa Chess Championship. As you may be aware, this is a regional championship that's intended to spark our players and present players to the world for the upcoming Olympia to be held in Hungary. So yet in Liberia, the West African countries like Sierra Leone, Nigeria, Ghana, and Liberia are all, and other countries, Africa, are all present here at this championship, where in the championship was concluded today, and Liberia make a mark today again.
Liberia made a mark. Exactly what mark? What do you mean? What did we win?
So we talk about a mark into the female category. Liberia former champion of the Liberia Chess Federation, Abigail Kaya, was rated as the second best player into the championship, into the female category. She came second. She won 5 games out of 7 games. That make her to be the second person next to the Nigerian, who is Onitino Shatikowa, who came first. She won 7 out of 7. So Liberian former chess champion Abigail Kaya came second with a leg of Ghanaians, Ivorians, Togolese are all yet, but Liberia, when I talk about Liberia, make the mark. And that's the presence of Abigail Kaya, who have come second to the rank of big chess players in West Africa.
That's great. That's great. That's more than wonderful. So how many pool of players are we talking about? Because I know there are 2 different sessions. You have the open session and you have the female category. How many players in that female category?
So we talk about the okay.
Yes, the female category.
So we talk about the female categories. We have about 16 players into the female categories from various countries. But Liberia were fortunate enough to put out 3 players representing Liberia in that category. Of the 3 players representing Liberia in that category, Abigail Kaya was fortunate enough to come second of the 16 players into the female category.
I don't know whether fortunate is the correct word to use, but she played so well.
Yes. Yeah, I understand why you mean. She played very well. She was, let me use the word rated, and that's the chess word to be used. She was rated as the second best player in West Africa currently.
Wow, that's wonderful. Do we know who the other 2 representatives for Liberia were in the female category? Do we know who the other 2 representatives of Liberia were in the female section? Oh, you like to change your position? Okay.
Are you?
Okay. Probably you're not getting the question, but let's talk about the open session. It consists of the males. What's the standing leg? How did the guys finish?
Okay.
Elijah, are you getting us?
I'm better now.
Yeah. Tell us. Give us an update about the open section. I'm getting you loud and clear. Probably you're not getting it, but I'm getting you. Give us an update about the open section where.
Okay, I'm getting.
Do you hear me? Do you hear me, Elijah? Elijah not getting.
I think we are having a problem, so we just have to let Elijah go.
We gotta let it go. Sorry. But that was Elijah Pan, our own reporter here at Intel Sports, appearing on Sports Talk. He's at the Creed Hotel there in Marshall, Margibi County, where Liberia hosted the West African Championship. And the players from there want to qualify. They're going to represent Liberia in the Olympia. So that's it, Elijah. Thank you so much. We can now go back to U17 football, where Sam Pontiac Jadot has been in the queue. And let me say, Sam, thank you so much for your patience. Let's get back. I was just asking you about the health of the team with respect to injury concern, the players that the judges Manuba have got to deal with or work with in this crucial qualifier.
So I want to say thank you so much. And in the first leg, the captain, who is injured Brown, sustained in Slinger, and she's out. And one of the strikers traveled to Jordan, according to what I've gathered. Macacia traveled, and there are a few players the coach have invited. And Princess Lakpo, who was due to travel with the team for the first leg, but did not go, or she had been recalled. Akira is also part of the team. And the team is training positively at the Joshua Technical Center as we speak.
What's the expectation? What should Liberians expect? We saw the game. We went 3-0 down before we pulled one back, thanks to Louis Brown's penalty deep at the close of the game. Can we overturn that deficit with the resources we have in comparison to our opponents, Senegal?
Exactly so. The players themselves have had their personal meetings on several occasions. All they had in their meeting was they must qualify over Slinger, and they are determined. And you can, all of the time that I've been on the training session, I can watch and tell from their training session that they are mentally prepared to pull the trigger to get the needed win, not just the needed win, but to qualify over Slinger. And there are some of other things that the coach involved into the training session. The scoring mentality, from the defense to the midfield to the attacking third, everybody is having the attitude of scoring goals. So it's very impressive. Liberians should expect the girls to qualify, and I can tell you for sure, from the beginning of the game, the first leg in Slinger, the girls were very afraid in the first opening, and they played up to the 16 minutes, and we got a goal scored on us in the 17 minutes. And I mean, the goal, it was clearly outside, but according to the assistant number one, who allowed the goal to be played to be accepted. But again, the girls play well. Their combination was good. Later on in the second half, when the coach made several changes, it brought a lot of pressure on the Senegalese team, where they were off balance, they were not connecting, and instead they were just on ball. And our guests played exceptionally well, and Liberians should expect them and should turn out to cheer them to victory on Sunday.
Sam, when this fixture came up, of course, a lot of us Liberians naturally going to play against Senegal, we were like, I mean, they're going to crush us. They're going to break us, to the extent that when somebody said, when I told someone the game ended 3-1, they're like, what? Senegal 3-1? They couldn't believe it, especially when Burundi was beating Djibouti, I think in the same competition, 18 goals to 0. So a lot of people expected Liberia to have been crushed. So 3-1. I mean, this thing about us, we know the girls are under 17. The mentality that they must build a winning mentality. But what are you telling them? I mean, what is the coach telling them about what to do, what not to do? I mean, going forward, they'll have a lot of more games to play. They're in this for the experience. Most of them, I'm sure this was their first time traveling. They've not traveled. They've not played any international football at any level before. And they were in this competition with Senegal, one of the best sides in all compartments in Africa. So what is the coach really telling them to build up their mentality for this particular game?
So, firstly, the coach of the national team, right after the game in Slinger, hear him saying to the players, in Liberia, we are going to qualify. All of the players have the mentality and they have the mindset that they are going to qualify. And I think that was one of the best things the coach had ever given to them. Right after the game, he gave them hope. He told them that they are going to qualify in Liberia. Even on the training ground, they have the same saying from the coach: "We are going to qualify." Now there are new strategies the coach have come up with, and it is working for them. And I don't think these players are willing now to sit back. They are ready to die for Mama Liberia. They are ready to give their all. Even in the training session, they are hitting boost for boost, scoring goals, scoring fantastic goals, and they are ready to score goals and to qualify over Senegal on Sunday.
Let's talk about some of the quality in the squad. We know the squad is very young, but they've got very experienced player. We've got plenty of matches, international matches at that level, even if you stay on a 17 or so. Louis Brown. What sort of impact do you think Brown can make on the team with her on a 17 side? She plays on the senior national team level. She played at the level of U20. She's been out there a couple of times playing international football. She won the championship last season with the German girls. What sort of experience do you think Brown, who is duped as Kevin De Bruyne, brings to the team?
She brings a lot of energy to the team. She tried to motivate her teammates, and she really on top of her game. She served as one of the best players in the first leg in Slinger. Like I told you before, had our one-on-one conversation off the camera. Louis was cheered by some of the CAF students or coaches who were doing the lesson C in Slinger when the game was playing, and bulk of the fans were training her as the best player in Slinger. Her presence in the squad, it motivates her player, her teammates. It gave the team hope. It gave Liberians hope because most of the Liberians are always cheering for her. They are always going for her. But the experience she brought to the team is huge. It's very, very huge. That kicking ability, that pressing ability. You know, those days we'll have Oliver McCall, that energy. Yeah, she brings it to the team, and that kicking from long range, short range. Yeah. And one of the things that I admire from the girls was when we had a penalty, they all ran to her, gave her the ball, and gave her the hug, and telling her, like, we trust you. You are the most senior player. Go and get our lone goal in Dakar so we can go back to Liberia and get a 2-0 win and qualify over.
Yeah, not for the first time we've seen her convert a penalty because she confronted one against Cape Verde. Yet in Monrovia, I think we lost 3-1. She converted that penalty. A very cool and calm penalty, if you like. But before we take leave of you, Sam, the team has been coached by the judges. Obviously, I don't know whether Trojans saw the full game, but I tried to look at it again. there looks to be a little bit of problem in that central defense where Senegal got most of their goal from. They will come back trying to exploit that area. How much of work has been done by the judges and his technical staff ahead of Sunday's encounter?
A lot of done. We have done a lot of video analysis here, and a few minutes from now, we are going back again to go and look at the Senegal match. We noticed in the first half that we considered 2 goals from right in center defense, and the head coach and his team decided to make some adjustment in defense. And if you notice, in the second half, we only considered 1 goal, and I think we have also he and his technical team has also brought in some experienced players that I think we can rely on and going to make everything, all the impossible possible on Sunday.
Okay.
All right, Sam.
So one thing before I take this of you, and I'm going to be a little bit busy. Can you? This is an appeal. I just want to make an appeal or an SOS call or an announcement quickly on your platform that tomorrow the press conference at 1:30 at the Liberia Football Association headquarters. The media is invited, where we have the Senegalese coach is going to be present, and the Liberian coach, Sekou Dijoje Moniba, is also going to be present. So 1:30, we're going to kick off with the press conference. The media is invited.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you. One-time prolific winger, defender. I mean,
plays in every
versatile player, Sam Pontiajedo.
Thank you, Sam. Well, tomorrow is Saturday, Trojan, and we have this Momo Community League.
Yeah, sure.
Continuing.
And Ernest Wallo is on. So let's talk about this, and then we will connect with the Momo. So if Ernest Wallo can just come on quickly, so we talk about the Zebillion All-Stars tournament. Ernest, good evening and welcome to Sports Talk here on Intel Sports.
It's muted.
Ernest, your mic is muted.
Yeah,
if you can mute.
Yes, good. Yeah,
okay.
Good evening, children. Good evening to Intel Sport.
So, there is this annual tournament that, of course, everyone talks about. Is an annual event, like we said, and it's on now, started today. Give us the history behind this Zebillion All-Stars tournament. What is it all about? The history first, and then you tell us what is it all about.
So the Zebillion off-season tournament started 4 years ago in Pinsville, specifically on the Vogamation fee. So we see it as a platform where to keep our players informed. We all know the National League there is no active football right now with National League. Everyone is on break. But in the meantime, we need to engage into activities that will keep our players into shape. Because I tell you, children, by June, like we'll be going against Namibia. And there will be any time the coach can call a particular player. So in order to buttress the effort of the LFA, we decided to organize events that will help our players to be in form, to continue training, to feed that kind of sense of competitiveness wherein they can compete each other. So we established this Zebillion off-season tournament, and we have been running for 4 years now. So this year is the fourth edition. Last year we had 12 teams, and this year we have 20 teams that are in a group of 5. So it's a unique platform. We also use it as a means where other players can sell themselves, can express themselves, maybe to be spotted by top coaches. Because I tell you right now, the league is closed and teams are in the market looking for the best talent to include to their squad, how best they can improve. So you never know when your chance will come. You never know when you have the opportunity. So the Zebillion off-season tournament is that platform where players can come to show themselves.
Now, this competition is somehow attractive. It attracts almost sort of the active players, some of the players, like you said, who are not even known, some of the players who played before and all of that, they all participate in this competition. So tell us, what is it that attracts a lot of these players and even fans to this particular tournament? What do you put in it? What is the how do you call it, Ben? I mean, the incentive. What do they get from it?
So one of the things we do for our slogan, we always say we play for love. That's one thing that drives the tournament. So it is an atmosphere for love. That's only the game is the game of love. We need to show love to one another. We need to maintain peace in our community. We need to foster that sense of community. We need to foster that sense of unity. So in terms of I think is the uniqueness of the tournament, the way we organize, how we organize the tournament, the way we put things together, the kind of atmosphere we create. So that alone have attracted, and more fans have attracted players. And right now, once we come to off season, almost all of the players in Liberia wants to play in the ZBL off season tournament. So it's that love that drives us. Yes.
Okay, so the tournament kicks off today. You said there are 20 teams involved. How long is it going to last?
So the final we started today with the first match, which is the opening match between Zebulon All-Star against the Sons of Mane. So we'll be playing the final on the 6th of July. Yes, this tournament will come to an end on July 6th because we play from
tournament.
We play.
Is it daily or is it only on the weekends?
Yeah, it's on the weekend. We play Thursday, we play Friday, we play Saturday, we play on Sunday of every week. So it's mostly on the weekend because, right now there is no active football activities in the country. So I think most of the fans, they are all trooping. So we try to do something where we will keep the momentum. It's not where at the end of the season our player goes. We all know most of these young people, there are a couple of activities they are into, but so we create a platform where we don't want them after the season you go back. Then the coaches have to struggle again to bring you back on path. No, we create that sense wherein you will continue training, you'll continue being active with the game where the fans, to increase the love more and more. Because I was telling somebody, the LFA one itself cannot do everything for football. So in whatever way we find ourselves, whatever little community we find ourselves, we have to do something that will make that atmosphere or that sense of football is everywhere in Liberia. So that's what we are doing.
So with this particular tournament, a very big off-season tournament, I know you say you've been running it for 4 years now, and I'm sure it is going to continue. So do you have 20 teams? Last year it was 16, this year it's 20. So perhaps next year we might see 24 or maybe 25 teams.
Well, because we cannot have, because we can have everyone. So there are rules set up. Yes, I think we have over 48 teams expressing interest to form part of it, but we set up a criteria. So it's like we want to create a standard now as compared to not like the National League, but at least something on par because we are learning from the national. We want to set the stage. We want to set the place wherein people will start learning how to be unique from the early stage before going to the higher end of level. So we have criteria one. One of the things we have, you must show a proof of establishment. It means you have to be in existence. The second thing we don't want to call it, consider it like Malawala. People were just put themselves together in a community, no organization, they say they get team. No. Then we also have, at least, you must have active or past players on your team. For example, you should have players in the second division. Because, mind you, we don't want to risk the players because any moment from now they'll be going back into the National League. So we don't want to create an atmosphere where they will be at risk. So teams that we encourage to come at teams where we believe that they are on par, there are teams that are organized, there are teams who have that kind of quality in the tournament. So it's based on the rules or the criteria that are set for participation.
So if I may ask, is there any criteria like what kind of player can play in the competition with respect to the person plays in?
Yeah, so the tournament first is open to everybody. So we have every team you should have at least 10 players who are active or who have played before. For example, like maybe children, maybe you played before for IE or for Barrow. Yes, maybe. I just said maybe. So you want to come and show yourself. Yes, it's also we also have and also we create that thing where for all the young players who are coming up and other young players who want to showcase their talent, who want to show themselves, and to the world. So we also have that platform. So at least you should have 10 active or maybe past players who have played at any level in the Olympics, maybe be it first division, second division, third division. Is also there. Then we have a platform wherein for other young players who have not played anywhere before, we create that platform wherein they can come and showcase and know themselves. Yes.
Okay, Wallo, before we take leave of you, we have a very full play tonight. You want to maybe tell the audience, the viewers, anything probably we did not touch on this particular tournament?
All right, so this year we have the tournament. We have the two winners. We have the first winner and the runner-up. This year the winner will walk away with 100,000 Liberian dollars, and also the second winner will walk away with 50,000. And one thing we want to say, we are also talking to the public, encouraging them for sponsorship. What we are doing, we have been running on our own. So we have opened a platform wherein people, businesses can come, we partner together to see how best we can make football and a game of a game of more passion in our country. So the floor is open. Businesses, individuals who love the game, the Zebulon Off-Season Tournament is open. You can come, let's partner together for football, let's make it happen.
Yeah, because Wallo, I mean, you're playing on an open pitch, you're not taking gate intakes and what have you. So if you're asking for sponsors, but if they're not coming, have you rating some potential sponsors like the GSM companies? That's an open kind of place they can use to sell, do their promotions as well. Have you rating them and rating other potential sponsors too?
Yes, we couple of them. We are rating a lot of businesses. Even like we wrote Coca-Cola, I think around the things we wrote Coca-Cola last year. We wrote the China Mall in EAW. So there are a couple of businesses we have rating that we could partner. But somebody will say that's like Bureau. So it takes time for sometimes you write. Maybe you go by with all of everything. You say, oh my man, we're not interested. Okay, people can take this small money to see how. But however, we can feed the scorers. We are into this and for the betterment. But still, there are a couple of people who have written, even other institutions we have written also as well. Because I think last year we had a situation. So this year we wrote a security firm for support, and it told us that yes, maybe we may not have money, but we provide security. So we run out the fee. We have security. We have like 5 security officers who are there to make sure the both things are not coming. Also, our match official. I think we all witnessed days ago in other areas after the game, people will come on the field, wants to attack the officiating official. So we have that mechanism in place wherein we have security on the field. That one of our partners will help us with that as well. So we are still open, looking at other people who can come in to see how best we can make this a success. But however, if they don't come, we are into this that we say.
Okay, Wallo, thanks a lot. As the tournament continues, from time to time, we will call you to come in here and give us some updates about the tournament. All
right. So before I go, let me just announce the fixture for tomorrow. So tomorrow, the Voga Mission All-Star will be going against the Footballer All-Star, and the defending champ Elite All-Star will be going against Legend All-Star. The first game will start at 2 p.m. The second game will start at 4. So we are inviting everyone to please come. So let's enjoy ourselves.
This weekend's fixture tomorrow, and then Sunday's fixtures.
Yes. So tomorrow we have the Elite. Like I said, they are the defending champion. Yes. We have Fasedu Logan of Watanga. He is the MVP from last edition. So they'll be playing on tomorrow. And on Sunday, we have a National League All-Star who will also be playing. We have Yes All-Star. They will also be playing on Sunday. So it's an exciting 1 month wherein though we are on break.
It comprises of, I'm sure, players.
Yes, players of the National League. So I think I can call some of them. Like we have players from Moscow. We have so National League All-Star. There are players who are playing at the national level. They just put themselves together, group themselves to train in off-season. So they'll be there as well. Yes.
Okay. All right, Wallo. It was nice having you on the program tonight. And like I said, we hope to keep in touch so that you continue to provide us with updates relative to the competition.
All right, thank you, Julian. Taking to India Sport, the number 1. The entire Rwanda right now follow India Sport from the country. Yes, we watch Intel Sport, the whole country, even national leagues, Intel Sport, everybody in Rwanda, like friends who are here, Intel Sport, like, LeBron get highlight. I say, LeBron get highlight. Intel Sport get highlight. So I want to say thank you to you guys for the work you are doing. Even though we are far away from home, but you people bringing the league close to us. I can stay here and watch my team playing almost every weekend. So thank you to the guys. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot. That's Ernest Wallow. Like you hear him say, he's all the way from Rwanda. Yep, and he has joined us tonight on the show here on Intel Sports. Yeah, definitely Intel Sports is making a difference, and we're bringing you everything about sports in Liberia. Everything, whether chess, Scrabble, table tennis, surfing, basketball, you name it, track and field. Of course, we have it all covered right here on Intel Sports, especially on Sports Talk. All right, so Ben?
Well, do we get Famata Dean? And before we can, until we can get her, let's just talk about the community league that we've been following up on Intel Sports. The fixtures continue on tomorroor. I think there are 4 venues in use. Group A, they play from Jacob on tomorrow. You have Tixfield versus Chicken Soup Factory. First game 2 p.m. And then in that same group, you have the 4 p.m. fixture, Jacobtown U17 versus Bannerfield U17. So that would do it for Group A. In Group B, the fixtures look like this. The venue is Battery Factory Field, and PHP Community versus Clay Street Community, who I think got 3 points for their opening first game. And then the last fixture at 4 p.m. sees the group leader West Point up against Freeport, who are in the must-win situation. So like I earlier said, they're playing from Battery Factory, and that will do it for Group C. For Group B, that is Group C, looks like this. They are playing from the D12 field on tomorrow. It's Brewerville U17 versus Looking Town. 2 p.m. is a kickoff time. And then who got 3 points from their opening first game, they played St. Paul U17 in the last game. And then in Group D, R2 Community versus Bengba Town. And then you have King Gray Community versus VOA. That is in Group D, and the venue is right to play pitch. So see you there tomorrow. You can watch another games then. 2 p.m. is the early kickoff, and the last games coming out at 4 p.m. for U17 kids. Don't forget. I mean, it's community league that is.
And that's a U17, right?
Yeah,
the Momo U17.
Yeah, Momo Community League.
We should have had Abigail Nofetali to give us some update.
Yeah, I think she said she's over the weighted anyway for us, but we had a packed.
Oh, she overly waited. Wow,
Yeah,
we should have
she's
treated it
still
late. But Abigail can still join us. Yep.
We can talk to Famata Dean, this U17 team she coaches, on their way to Senegal.
On U20.
Wow.
Yeah.
I said Momo 17 and Georgia
And,
17.
Yeah. And while Ben is checking, let's just give it also some of our viewers. Of course, Solomon, is this Tuba? You're from Douala, resident, Bangabong County. Of course, Eddie Sandiaco Solari Sapros, Hala Intel Sports. He's a very regular follower of this program. Jack Luo, good evening, guys. I'm watching you from Sanikole City, Nima County. Yudo Miller says I'm following Daniel M. Jato J. May, following from my at Newport Street, Monrovia. Samuel D. Parley, Rumbly Elton Tia, haha, he says, good evening. I am following from district number 6, Monserrato County, and that's Joseph Tamba. Christopher C. Walker, our own Jeremiah Bankun, is also following Intel Sports. The same Tukma is saying Intel Sports on Facebook is different from the one on Satcom, because the one on Satcom always having signal problem. That's the same thing. I don't know where it's coming from, the signal problem. But Israel Aramuya is also watching. He says from Yekepa, Nima County, former FIFA batch referee Hassan Kone, now based in Canada. I'm sure he's following from the Princess Momodo, following from Buchanan, and then Hassan is telling us that he's in fact following from Edmonton, and it's very clear and loud. So he says, so Hassan, what's up to you from Edmonton? We are here, but we got to join Famata Dean.
I'm just struggling to get out. So the production team out there, if Famata Dean comes in queue, we need it right now. For the benefit of our viewers, Famata Dean is Liberia U20 coach, and she has a task at her as they play the West African Zone A Championship. But let's honestly look at the squad listing that she has selected for this competition. Okay, the listing was prepared by the Liberia Football Association, so media department. So it looks like this. If I ask Nagula Trojan to help you, I'll help you to name the players. 2 goalkeepers selected. Alberta Pratt plays for Shakhtar FC, Annie Doko. The defenders include Alin Kepa, I think for Ambassadors, Choice Topa, Princess Boka, Diata Lagama, plays for Determined Girls, Rodica Jacobs, Serena Zawolo, Patience Kawolo completes the lead for defense. The midfielders include Hawa Fatoma, Melissa Jebe, Victoria Watkins, Mami Kalon, Jessica Kwashi. I think Jessica plays for Ria Muja. Yeah, Ria Muja. Do you remember this name, children? Mami Kalon? She used to be our goalkeeper way back.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now the Mami used to be in goal. This one is a midfielder. It's an under 20 midfielder, I must mention. And then the strikers, Edward Lynn Jackson, 38 goals last season. I tell you why. She's going to lead that attack. Blessing Gibson, Erika Paulson, who plays for Shakhtar FC. She can also play as a defender and midfielder as well. She was voted as a MVP in the lower league when Shakhtar won promotion 2 years ago. Anita Tape is also in the team. Manlusu Blama of Shakhtar Angels, and Gabriel Lance. That is the squad of the U20 female side that travel to Senegal on tomorrow. Trojan, on an honest note, do you have faith in that squad?
Well, they go into a competition. I expect them right from the group stage, looking at the opponents you talk about.
Sierra Leone, Mauritania,
Guinea. I expect them to at least qualify from the group, and then we can expect anything else. So, Ben, football is now being played in every compartment in Liberia. I was telling someone, look, when the Arabs took over City, all right? Mm-hmm. How was City referred to by United fans? Noisy
neighbors.
Noisy neighbors.
Yeah, noisy
all
neighbors.
Right? So United was the dominant one in Manchester.
Yeah.
Until the Arabs.
They always used to say Manchester is red.
Yeah. Okay. So it took them 15 years since they took over the city, mm-hmm. in order to build up after 15 years before they won their first Champions League. Mm-hmm. It took them a while when Pep came, and then they started dominating after Pep's first 2 seasons or so, and then they had a grip on the league.
Mm-hmm.
And in the past 6 seasons, they've won it how many times? 5?
Yeah.
All right.
Won 5 of the last
Only
6.
Liverpool
got challenged.
Yeah, put up a challenge.
And
then.
somehow Arsenal.
And no, Arsenal has not.
Somehow.
So
that's why I said somehow.
They will be the first team in the whole of England. If they win it this time around, the first team in the whole of England to have won the league 4 years in a row. Now I'm saying all of what the Arabs put in, it took them 15 long years, and then we started to see the achievements. All right. Liberia, we've always had a problem. We did not have a root. And there's nowhere football will grow, or nothing in fact will grow without a root. Forget about football.
I agree with you.
A house will not be built without a foundation. Sure. A tree will not grow without a root. Before anything grows, even you as a human being, before you get to start to achieve, you must have planted something. You must have a root, a foundation. All right? So Liberia have never had that. Yet people expected us, the senior national team, to start winning against people have had roots. So we are just beginning now to have roots. If you look around us, we have youth competitions taking place in every aspect, from the under 12, under 15. We have now our female under 17, under 20 teams traveling to play in competition. In years to come, these girls, they will grow and graduate to the senior national team stage. And I like to always tell people, at the youth level, we should not expect results. This is where the kids learn. This is where they gain all of the experience to grow up. And then when they graduate to the national team level, they use all of those experiences they've learned over the period of time. And then the results start to come. So we are in a building process. You do not expect our national team right now to bring the kind of results we want. But we can look with hope to the development stage of our game that is now in place. Pretty soon, I understand that the under 20 and the under 17 boys will also be traveling to Morocco, to Europe as well, to participate in couple of competitions as well. The under 17 boys and the under 20 boys. The under 17 girls just played in Senegal. They're going to be playing over the weekend. The under 20 girls are going to Senegal to participate in a competition. So we got to just keep keep the chain, the factory, just keep it rolling, keep the bell rolling. And in time to come, here we are. We have a player who went through, of course, Nigeria and is now in Italy. We have Divine Tier, who was scouted from here. He played for the national team, very tender age, and the team waited, Hammarby waited until he turned 18, and they signed him. We have Oscar Dole. We have other players now. At least they're not going to Asia anymore. Have you noticed?
I've noticed that.
All right. The players are not going to Malaysia anymore. Even if they are playing for smaller clubs, but they're going to Europe.
Yeah.
They're going to Europe. Some of our girls are playing in Europe.
Yeah.
Our ladies are playing in Europe.
We just heard from Sam that one of the players left for Jordan.
Yeah. Left for Jordan, one of the under 17 players.
And Miata Morris have been in Uzbekistan.
Yeah, Uzbekistan.
3 goals the other day.
Yeah. All right. Paulino Abosso, she's in Europe.
Kazakhstan.
All right. So we see the players not going to Asia anymore. They're not going to Malaysia, Indonesia.
Asia and Malaysian league.
No. They're going now. Sooner, it wasn't happening before. We will see them move from those small, and they will be going to
the bigger leagues.
The bigger leagues. All right, but it takes time. Patience. It takes time. Here is somebody like Emmanuel Sieh, for example, who European clubs are now talking about, but he's still young. He can't go yet.
He's European born.
All right. You see Emmanuel Sieh, you know he's European born.
All right. Samoka.
All right. So You see players like Jed McConnell, for example. You see him play, this kid will play in Europe. So it just takes time. I think Liberians, we just need to be patient and, of course, ask the authorities to make the investment, pump the money into it. But that's our problem now. There's no money. The national team is training to play in June.
Malawi and
to travel.
Fixture.
I'm hearing they're having difficulties with money. We brought in a foreign coach. For the first time, we have a foreign coach and his backroom staff are all foreign people. All right? Except Kevin Subway and the goalkeeper coach. But all of them, he brought in a video analyst and a trainer and all of that. All right? So it means we want to make progress, but the problem is the money. That is the problem. So I'm just hoping.
You know what?
No, we can. The people who you see succeeding. Look at Bellingham. His story started from Birmingham.
Yeah.
Bellingham went to Birmingham when he was between 7 years old, 7, 9 years old. He started playing for Birmingham. And then when he got ready, Man United wanted him, but his people said no. He will grow better outside. And then he went to Dortmund. Now he's with Real Madrid. So from there, so we can still tell the story of some of these kids. Under 17, oh, we saw this kid play under 17 football. Oh, we saw this kid play under 20 football. Today, that kid is playing for one big club in Europe. That's how it is done. And when that kid now comes to play for the national team, you know that based on his or her experience, Liberia will get the result. That's how it is all over the world.
We've been saying this ever since Trojan. It's just a matter of us repeating ourselves. Our issue is the lack of funding and investment into any of the sports that we play. It's not that we really don't have the caliber of players. I think we are just been lacking behind because of investment. I'm going to share this with you. It might sound like it is a joke, but it's serious. Okay, I'm in a conversation with an executive of the Liberia Football Association, who was then studying in Russia. So 1990, the Cameroonian coach reached the World Cup. Was a semi-final, or almost reached a semi-final, was a Russian. That team with Francois Oman-Biyek, Roger Miller, goalkeeper Jack Songo, or something like that. But that team almost reached the semi-final. They beat Argentina in the opening match by a goal to nil. Oman-Biyek was a goal scorer. And they were so good, they led England in that quarterfinal at one stage, 2-1, before England leveled 2-2 and won the game in extra time. But here is the thing. When the Russian man who coached Cameroon went back to base, they called him. They had a whole party for him, something like a festival. They were happy that one of their own, their kind, had gone into the African continent and brought up a team that almost reached the semi-final or that reached the quarter. Russia, by the way, had not reached at that level before. So they asked him and said, but we want to bring you on board, to teach our guys how to play football, to be coach of our national team. We like the way they kind of spell you hard at Cameroon. The man said, you know why? It's difficult. He said, because those guys over there, they have the talent, they have the skill. Once you put the ball down, they can play with the ball and do anything with the ball without the instruction of the coach. For us here in Russia, our everything is academy from A6 to 10, 10 to this to that. Over there, I was in Cameroon, the kids in the street going to school, they can play with the ball all sort of way, tapping everything along the road when they are walking in the street. We don't see it yet. So in short, what you're trying to say is that I will have to teach everything to the Russian. He said, but the guys in Cameroon, I didn't teach everything. They had the technical skill. They had the technique. I was only teaching them tactics and so forth, how to move, when to do this, how to do this, where to do this, where this is applicable. And that's how they were successful. So coming back to us, the technique is here. The abilities are here, but we're just lacking something. And for us, it is our inability to invest
No money. No money. So look at it. Football is improving in every compartment. We have more trained, licensed coaches, not just trained, but licensed coaches. I heard you talk about CAF. LFA was doing a license D.
Lesson D course, yeah. It's currently ongoing.
It's currently
Today is
ongoing.
Day 3.
All right.
35 coaches in Montserrat, another 28 plus in Bomi, and another one is simultaneously going on in Grand Gide, all in the area of
in Grand Gide.
D, in Grand Gide.
So you see,
there's course in Grand Gide, course in Bomi. It's been headed by Dar Arab Fofana. It's a lesson A coach. There's one ongoing in Grand Gide headed by Coach Francis Tamba. He's a CAF instructor on the African continent. Then one is in Monrovia here, involving 35 coaches. Day 3 gone, headed by Jasper Ben Felix. Now, if you put all those numbers together, and those people practice for the next 1-2 years with our school-going kids, U15 kids, U12, U17, they're going to do their C lesson. When they do their C lesson, by the time we go for the next 4-5 years, children, we've got about 500 coaches. We're not be doing football by heart again. No. The time you are coaching you when you are coaching by heart. By heart you are doing
model 2. I do model 2.
But that was but coaches like you, when the guys who tell the players say they'll go around the feet on the fat time.
No,
they were not training like that again.
On a serious note, the development stage, everything will have to be developed. It's not just the players. So you will have to develop the coaches in order for the players to be better. You will have to develop the medics in order for the players to be better. You will have to develop the administrative aspect, sure, in order for the players to be better. You have to develop the officials, match officials, in order for the players to be better. So everything will have to work together. And if you look at it, everything is working. The only thing we are not getting right now is the result from our club teams going outside, our national team. That's all. But it doesn't just come like that. And that's when people need to see all of these things that have been put in place and then realize that, okay, if the Mansour group can tap into City, and it took 15 years, City has spent more money on players in England since the Mansour group took over than any other club. All right? But it took them 15 years. And today, they are still the defending champions. Because
they are the best team in Europe. They are the toughest team to beat. When you beat City, you know that you sure to win the Champions League. They are going almost like untouchable in the Premier League. They are on course for 4th unprecedented Premier League title, which has never happened before. I mean, it's simply the best.
So all we need is, I think what is lacking is this money. Seriously, because if there is no system, and we're just sorry we're saying all of this because somebody who should be here telling us about the program is refusing to come on. We've done all we could. The technical director of Liberian football. I don't know, but but yeah, sure. But we will continue.
Yeah, but we have to just close on this before we.
And just before we close, Ben, two Tamas join us. C. Sylvester Dupe the second from Greenville, Sano County, and our own Sylvester Tamba. So that two Sylvester there. From the Dusty Row. Of course, Augustus Godfrey Wisse and Jacob G.
Augustus from America. He used to be on 12th Street.
Yeah.
Do you know him? He used to be with Love FM. This is the father sports or so. Augustus Wisse.
Yeah, okay.
That's what kind of name he used to call himself. Yeah. So, guys, we've got to go. But let me announce to you that the U17s are in action. They play their Senegalese counterpart this Sunday.
That's the female youth under
female,
17 side.
This Sunday at the SKD Sports Complex. And I don't know whether tickets will be available for that game or there will be free gate or so. But there will be a press conference on tomorrow around about 1:30. All accredited sports journalists, with the Liberia Football Association are encouraged to go and sit the press conference. In that press conference, Security Judges Madiba, coach of the Liberia U17 side, will be addressing the press conference alongside his opposite number from Senegal. It's a great opportunity for you to ask all the questions you want and know how the team has prepared in depth ahead of that crucial fixture where they must score at least 2 times if they are to stand a chance of progressing to the next stage after they lost by 3-1 in the first leg. There's been some injury concerns. You heard Sam spoke about it. I think the captain and another player struck out or so are injured, but they've been instantly replaced by 2 other players. Another player traveled to Jordan seeking professional contract. I must mention this. And those players have been replaced. So it's going to be a good game because, normally in football, when you lose away from home by 3-1, it's fairly good result. When you score 2-0 with us still playing the away goals rule on the African continent, 2-0, and then we are through. Considering the fact that it's a huge rivalry between Liberia and Senegal in recent times, the Chan qualifier, even though they won us at 3-0, we went there, we came from behind, we won them by 2-1. So you see that not one person dominating, their friends back to back. The last time they defeated also go through, the player would drew 2-2 with them. So it's been so interesting between these two sides. So it's a great chance for you to see good international football. You've got the calendar on Sunday at the ATS. At the SKD. I think there will be free gate or so. I'm not too sure. I don't want to announce anything now, but come and watch the national team play. I think that's how we'll go home. Except Trojan wants to conclude.
Yeah, I just want to say what's up to Swa Colley. No, it's Sia Colley. She's following us as well. I'm saying Sia because I know Sia is supposed to be the first first girl child of a Kisi family.
Oh,
right?
Okay, Sia mean first, eh?
Yeah, Sia,
Okay,
first
wonderful.
girl child.
Because Sia get Finda.
Mark, yeah, Sia Finna. I want another sports bar. Mark Tama, all the way from Kigali, Rwanda, is also following us. But we've come to the end of this program. Next week, Monday, we shall be having the organizers of the international surfing competition. Do you surf?
No.
You mean your weight will not permit you to surf. You will go under.
I'll catch you.
But next week, we hope to have them here. Monday, there will be an international surfing competition taking place in Liberia with several nations participating, coming from all over the world, not just Africa, but all over the world. Liberia has this very unique wave over the ocean, so they will be doing their thing. And of course, we are hoping that Intel Sports will provide you coverage so you can see some of the sports Liberia is involved with, surfing. And there was I think a local competition held, and of course 3 persons I'm told have been selected, or 1 if you may, to represent Liberia in the competition. All right, so they will be here on Monday to tell us more. It's an international competition, so it's not something. So you see, Liberia participating in everything. We were in Scrabble. We went away. We brought laurels to Liberia. Chess, laurels, surfing. At least we're picking up now. And it is not just about football. There are other areas as well that attention needs to be paid to so that we can grow in every aspect of sports. So Ben?
Thank you so much, Trojan. You couldn't have said it better. Before, let me say congratulations to you, Abigail, Kaya, and the whole Liberia team following the close of that chess championship there at Crete Hotel, there outside of Montserrat in Marshall, Magibi County. The youngster who turned 15 a few days ago.
She's young.
Second okay, in the West African
Abigail
Chess
Kaya.
Championship.
We need to tell them that.
Yeah,
She's young. Maybe hearing the lady. No, she's a little girl, just 15 years old. Abigail Kaya, who took second place among all the people from West Africa, females taking part. 16 of them, and she came second for Liberia. Abigail Kaya. We need to bring her on this show so that you can see her as well. Seriously.
So the Trojan Poly, let's say congratulations to you. Probably will leave for on your screen before we take leave of you. But I'm so glad that we ended the week. We're going to be back here next time with a presentation of the program. My name is Ben Garba. Abigail, congratulations so much. We hear you, which you represent Liberia very well in the Olympia, Chess Olympia competition to come. So until then, always remember Intel Sports Talk. Good night.